I try out my new Milani foundation. All right, let's get started. So once again, it's the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint in 110. It only comes in 4 shades, and this is fair to light. So the next one was light to medium, and it was way too dark. So we're just going to stick with this one, and excuse me. It says coconut water blend. So this is actually a water-based foundation. So it's important to pay attention to what type of foundation you are putting on top of your primer. So you don't want basically a silicone-based primer and a water foundation, or vice versa. You want a water-based primer with a water-based foundation. So that's what we're going to start off with today. So I was looking through my stash, and this is the first one that popped into my hands. And this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. So first I'm going to, because I almost forgot, my little e.l.f. putty primer. I'm just going to kind of fill in on the cheeks a little bit. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this just broke every rule that I just said, because I believe that this is a silicone-based primer, but I just put it just on a few pores, so not all over my face. So now I'm going to go in with the Pretty Fresh by ColourPop Hydrating Primer. And it kind of has a yellow tint to it. So I'm just going to kind of pat it on to my face. Oh man. Can y'all see this big sweater I have on? I've been so cold all day. It is 38 degrees. It has been all day, but it's raining, and the wind is like out of the north, like at almost 20 miles per hour. So cold and damp. So I have this big, beautiful sweater on top of another big sweater. Want to stay warm. All right, so there is that primer on there. And I like to let it sit for a few minutes. So I thought I would show you, and you'll probably have seen this in the last little vlog for the countdown to New Year's, which is one of these, is this sweater that I thrifted the other day. It's just so warm and cozy, and it's coziness. I love coziness. And And one of the other things that I happened to find while I was thrifting was this necklace that I'm wearing. Just a beaded chain, and then on the chain is three little turquoise beads, a little kind of a bronze, it looks about the size of a penny, disc that has linear the word hope. And then it has a little silver toned rectangle on it. And the word hope spoke to me, as in our hope for a better next year, our hope for our country coming together again, and our hope for our country just all together. So yeah, that I thought that was kind of cool, so I grabbed that. All right, so let's let this sit. So all right, we're going to try this foundation real quick and just see, and then we'll move. It's got the little safety seal, and this is, oops, if I can get it here, 1 ounce. I've been told that it's kind of sheer. It's a moisturizing tint, so that means it could be very, very, very sheer. So let's see what we got. All right, and I want to use this little guy right here. That's Patrick coming in the front door. All right, so it is very sheer, but we may be able to build it up. So let's just see what I got. But then I don't wear full coverage foundation anyway. So we'll see if it is as hydrating as they say it is. So from my understanding, it was more like just a tinted moisturizer, but I'm seeing some light coverage, so don't have a problem with that. All right, there's that, but yeah, I think I need to put a little bit more. See if I can build that up a little bit in some spots here. I see the glow, especially on my hand. I don't know if you can or not, but it is very, I can see the iridescence. So it does have the glow in it. It's not matte by any means, shape, or form. Okay. Just going to take another pass on the top side up here. It blends very nicely. So I think it's a good color match for me. It's definitely dewy. So, all right. All right, I will go and do the rest of my makeup, and then we'll come back and see how it wears with the rest of it. See you in a minute. All right, so I've let the foundation dry. I've done my eyebrows, And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild 3-in-1 primer water. And so I'm just going to lightly spray. And then my Real Techniques damp sponge, and I'm just going to pounce that powder or that primer water into the powder. All right. Oh, I forgot to put this back on. All right, so I'm going to use the Milani Silky Matte number 02 Sunkissed bronzer. Let's see. You can see it's a very kind of a neutral color. Let's see, I'll get this brush here. Carve out some cheekbones with the bronzer. So far, I'm liking the finish of the foundation. Under the chin. Let's see, where is that other brush? This one right here, the oval one. I'm going to take it and kind of squish it down, pounce it into it, and then go ahead and do a little bit on the side of my nose. All right, so there's for the Milani bronzer. I don't know that I have any in here, any Milani blushes, so I'm going to use this Zovia in this real pretty peachy colored blush. Pink sparkles. It's like peach with pink sparkles. That's what it looks like to me. Daughter gave this to me for Christmas. All right. And then a little fan brush. Put a little bit of highlighter on. While I'm there, go down the middle of the nose in between where I put the contour on the outside of my nose. All right, so there's that for right now. So I'm going to go do my eyeshadow, or go finish my eyes, and I'll be back in a minute, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, I've already got the face done, eyeshadow's done, and I used this old palette by Milani that I've had for a while, just neutral. It's called Bare Necessities. Just a really nice neutral little palette. So, and I've used, I'm still trying to work through this. I'm still trying to, if I like it or not. If I like it any better than I do my L'Oreal. But this is the Essence Volume Booster Primer. So, but I did get a new mascara today at Ulta as well, and I want to try it. And this is by Sugar Rush, which is part of Tarte, I do believe. And I just thought that the brush was so interesting. But so I thought we'd work on that here and see what we get. It's got a short side bristle and a long-sided bristle. I think it's one of those you just kind of have to play with it to to get it to do. So let's see. You can see that pretty good. Okay. All right. Work on the other one. This is such a nice neutral look. So this is definitely an everyday, quick and easy palette to use. I should have put my bottom lashes on first, but I forgot. So I mean, I wanted to see how this foundation wears for a mature 62-year-old who needs moisture in the winter. All right, I'm going to go back over with the mascara again, flipping it over to the other side and wiggle, 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 because that's what it says to do. It says to short bristles separate and define, long bristles volume and curl. So, and we all know my lashes have no curl unless I put them into the squeezer curl. So, all right, that's looking pretty dang good. Let's see. Let's go back in here and give it a little bit more love. Just twisting it around in here, twisting it and twisting it back. See if I can get a little bit more on there. I think this mascara I think was 23, which it is, for being in the Tarte family, that's about typical. So, but I wanted to check the brush out because that's what always interests me is the brush. I remember reading an article a long, long time ago that said it really doesn't matter what the formula of the mascara is. It's all about the brush, and I believe it. All right, so mascara is done. Gonna go with that. Now, I lined my lips with the Milani Nude Color Statement Lip Liner. And now I'm going to use 04. I Am Smart. Reminds me of that movie. I know I've said this before and everything, but The Help. I watched it the other night. I love that movie. This is a beautiful nude, but it does have a little bit of color to it, just a little bit you can see in there. So, all right, so here's the finished look. What do you think? The foundation, can you tell about the foundation? I think it's a very lovely. It doesn't feel drying at all. I'll be interested to see how it wears. If I find something negative to it, I'll put it down in the link below whenever I do post this video. So, but all right. So that just wraps this up then. Thank you so much for coming to spend a few minutes of your day with me while I try out my new Milani foundation. Yeah, oh, and something else I got. I'm not sure if I remember if I told you or not. This is the Milani lip mask. Yes, and I put that on before I put the lip products on. So yeah, that was pretty darn cool. I really like that. That needs to go by my nightstand maybe. So. All right, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. So ladies, remember what I tell you every day. Get up and show up. because you are worth it. So until I see you in my next video, have a very, very safe and blessed day.